Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be trying out finger coiling. I did a video a while ago where I tried out the finger rolling technique on my wavy hair, but I mentioned in that video that I wanted to try the traditional finger coiling, which is more popular on my type 2 wavy hair. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But first, I wanted to say that I am so sorry for the lack of videos posted lately. I'm trying to get back into it now. It's been very busy the last few weeks, but I really hope that you will stick around and subscribe down below if you have not already. And you can also give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it or it helps you out in any way. And let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible while still doing it the correct way, just because I know that finger rolling and some of these different techniques are things that take a really long time. Not everyone has a ton of time to style their hair. Keep in mind, this is the first time that I'm doing this, so it might take a little bit longer, and it also might not be perfect. So I'm gonna start out with my styling products. My hair is freshly washed and still pretty wet, and I haven't put any extra product in it yet. I used a mask and my shampoo and conditioner just like normal. I wanted to make sure my hair was healthy and moisturized for this, and it smells so good right now. We're gonna start out with sort of like a leave-in conditioner type product. This is the Weedad 3-in-1 Revitalizing Milk. So I kind of use this like I would a leave-in conditioner, just like a milky, thin product to start off the styling process with. We'll use like that much. Kind of looks like a lot, but it's really spread out thin on my hands, so it's not that much product. Just kind of smooth it over the hair. And then just kind of scrunch or squeeze it in. Technically, I could sort of run my fingers through this time because I'm gonna be separating the hair anyway. But I'm so used to not doing that because I don't want to disrupt my curl pattern that I usually just like smooth it over. Next, we're gonna grab a curl cream, and this is my Prose curl cream, so it is like a personalized product, and I really like this one. I also have a lot of other curl creams I like. I don't strictly use Prose, you guys. Obviously, if you watch my videos, you know that, but I know that some people have seen me in the Prose commercial, and I have people asking me my genuine thoughts. My genuine thoughts are that I really like these products and they work for me, but they're not the only products I use. I'm not exclusive to Prose. I use any product that I like and I feel like works on my hair. So just keep that in mind. If I'm talking about Prose, it's not the only products I use, but I do like them and they do work for me. So I just wanted to get that out of the way because I feel like people are asking me about that a lot. Anyways, we're gonna go in with the curl cream. I really like the texture of this one. So like that much. And if I am styling my hair upright and I'm not flipping my head over, I like to apply my product on one side like this. I flip my hair over, apply it to the other side, and then I kind of scrunch it, just so that I'm getting it evenly in my hair. And then that's all we're gonna do for now for product. Once I finger coil, I'm gonna add a mousse to kind of hold it in and scrunch my hair up. And I might use a diffuser for this, you guys. I usually like to air dry, and that's usually what I end up doing. But if I feel like I'm in a hurry, then I will do the diffusing because I don't feel like it makes that much of a difference. It just helps to dry my hair a little bit quicker. The reason I don't do it all the time is just because I'm a little bit lazy and I like to just be able to do other things while my hair is drying. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna flip my hair to one side and kind of start underneath, I guess, and then work my way to the top sections or layers. I'm going to grab this section that kind of falls there. You want to make sure that your hair is like smooth so that your finger kind of glides over it nicely. And then we're just going to start coiling. I'm not going to scrunch every piece individually. I'm just kind of seeing how that lays. Maybe I should have brushed my hair for this, but I just didn't want it to be too brushed out. And like I said, kind of trying to grab pieces that naturally fall. Again, you guys, I'm not a pro at this, obviously. And honestly, you guys, I'm realizing at this point that it is probably just going to be easier to section my hair up because I'm just like losing track of the pieces that I've done. I am realizing at this point that it's simply would have been smarter to just brush my hair out so that it's smoother and easier to work with. So now I know that for next time.
It's not easy, easy, easy. Ooh, 'cause you say you don't need me, need me, need me. Living in the summer, it didn't last too long. And Lord never loved her. I love the way she calls. It's not easy, easy, easy. Ooh, 'cause you say you don't need me, need me, need me.
Okay, you guys, I'm taking up a lot of SD card space right now, so I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera until I get to my top section, and then I'll do some of that on camera. I can tell you already, this is taking a very long time, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I will be back. Okay, guys, instead of coming back when I'm doing the top section of my hair, I decided to come back after finishing the bottom section because my hair is drying so fast, and my hair was really wet when I started this. It's just taking me so long. Can't say I'm a fan so far. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna see how it is. I'm gonna make sure that the top sections of my hair are wet enough, but I'm gonna apply this cake curl whip mousse to the bottom section of my hair. At least with the bottom section, you're not gonna see it as much, so hopefully the top sections end up a little bit better. Alright, so I'm back and I'm going to show you guys what I did for the other sections of my hair to make it go a little bit smoother. It definitely worked better, like these pieces turned out a lot nicer. And I'm going to do the same thing for this section of my hair, but honestly, this is taking me a really long time. I've had to re-wet my hair a lot, and this is definitely my least favorite technique that I've tried for curl pattern training. As far as like the actual process of it, it is lengthy and tedious. I'm going to spray my hair and just work on combing this out. And then by doing this, my hair was kind of sectioning off in pieces a little bit better. Like if it's really wet and combed out, it just sections into its own little like clumps a little bit better, I personally felt like. So I think that is important and something that I should have done with the first sections, because I thought I could get away with it without combing it out, but I think it just didn't clump as well naturally into sections where I could like grab small pieces. And I can kind of switch fingers as I go down the shaft or my hair strand, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try to like flip my hair over like this so that it doesn't just stay parted strictly in the middle. And this is what we've got. The underneath pieces are a lot worse. They're not very defined, But you guys kind of saw that. I'm just hoping that this turns out nicer because it seems like, whoop, the top pieces definitely turned out nicer, but we're gonna see how it all looks in the end. Honestly, it's drying pretty quickly now, so I'll be back when it is dry and we'll scrunch it in oil. But this was a very lengthy process, and like I said, my least favorite to do so far. So I will be back. Okay guys, so I let my hair dry naturally and I ended up not being able to film right away. So it's been a while, but I haven't like messed with my hair or anything. I just let it dry, and there is the tiniest bit of stiffness, but for the most part, there's not really a cast on my hair. It felt more like there was going to be as my hair was dry, and even when it was almost dry. But then over time, even though I haven't really touched it, it's just kind of lost a little bit of its stiffness, which is fine. It definitely doesn't look quite as like defined and clumped as it did when it was wet, and I'm not exactly sure why that is, because usually the cake mousse clumps my hair really well kind of on its own. But anyways, I'm gonna add my oil and scrunch it out and give you guys my thoughts. So I'm gonna use my Innate Life Rose Hair Elixir. This one adds a really pretty shine. It's great for frizz, which I do have some in the back of my hair right here. I think I honestly just had to comb my hair out too much because of how long it was taking me. Having to add water back in and then comb a lot, it was just too much and kind of made my hair frizz a little bit. So you really only need a couple drops with this oil, so we'll do like 3. Spread it in my hands, kind of run my hand over the back. This does have a pretty strong rose scent, but it's almost a little woody too. It's really fresh and pretty though. Please ignore the fact that my hair is brassy and really needs to be toned right now. I've been putting it off my last few washes. But anyways, I do want to say it's very obvious that the underneath layers of my hair just kind of were a flop, a fail. They're a little bit frizzy and poofy and not very defined, but that's kind of my own fault. I didn't really do it the way that I should have. But we can kind of focus on the top layers, and I have to tell you guys, my hair looks pretty similar to how it usually looks when I just style it and let it do its own natural thing, if not even maybe the tiniest bit less defined. Now I have good volume, I feel like, but I think that's also partially because of how the under layers of my hair ended up a little bit more poofy and frizzy because of doing it as my hair was more dry. So I feel like that's where the volume comes from. But I don't hate it. Obviously, you guys know I like to have some volume in my hair, and it's pretty, it's nice, but for the ridiculous amount of time and like effort that this took me, it wasn't worth it for me. If you're having trouble getting your hair to be cohesive and this is something you want to practice with and try until you get the hang of it, this might be good for you. It might help train your curl pattern, but for me, with where my hair is at, it's just not worth it for me, and I don't think I'll be doing it again. I think this is my least favorite out of all of these types of techniques that I've tried, because it was harder for me to get the hang of it and it took so long, and I'm not overwhelmed with the results. I feel like it's pretty similar to how my hair usually looks, if not, like I said, a little bit less defined. Let me show you guys the back. I do want to hear your thoughts and know what you think, so let me know in the comments down below. But personally, I think this kind of like pulled on my hair and stretched the wave out a little bit. And I applied like slippy products to my hair, and even after making sure that my hair was wet enough and combing through it really well with the top sections, it still wasn't quite slippy enough for me. Even if I could keep practicing and make it look maybe a little bit better, I still prefer other techniques. That is just my personal opinion. I know this works really well for a lot of people, and if you feel like I completely did it wrong, you can let me know in the comments. But this is kind of where I'm at. It's just not something that I need, because I think that my natural curl pattern is already really nice. And if I want a different look, I can do no scrunching for like a lighter sort of wave, or I can use my Denman brush if I want better clumps or whatever that may be. But there is a reason that for the most part, I usually just let my hair do its thing and kind of let my natural wave pattern come through, just because it's easiest for me. And also, you guys, I am not this like crazy picky person with my hair. I'm really not. I love doing these videos to try these things out for you guys and let you know if maybe it's something you would like to consider. But other than product, I really don't switch it up that often with my hair routine. It's usually the same sort of like steps or whatever, if that makes sense. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts, like I said, in the comments. Let me know if this is something that you do or if it works really well for you. I would love to know. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you'll consider subscribing if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.